Everyone pursues wealth, power, and comfort. Diogenes pursued the opposite. Everyone pursues wealth, power, and comfort. Diogenes, a figure from ancient Greece, actively pursued the opposite. He sought a life stripped bare, free from the very things most people chase. He believed true freedom lay not in accumulation, but in radical self-sufficiency. Born in Sinope, a bustling Greek colony on the Black Sea, Diogenes' early life was far from the ascetic existence he'd later embrace. His father, Hicesius, was a minter responsible for the city's currency. A scandal involving the debasement of coinage forced Diogenes into exile, changing his path forever. He arrived in Athens, a city of grand philosophy, democratic ideals, and burgeoning materialism. Here, he encountered Antisthenes, a former student of Socrates and the founder of Cynicism. This encounter proved pivotal, shaping Diogenes' philosophy and his radical approach to life. The Cynics, named after the Greek word kainos meaning dog, aimed to live in accordance with nature, rejecting societal conventions, luxury, and even modesty. They believed these things hindered genuine virtue and happiness. Diogenes took these tenets to their most extreme and memorable conclusions. He famously made his home in a large ceramic jar, or pithos, in the Agora, the bustling heart of Athens. This wasn't just a quirky choice, it was a profound statement. It declared his independence from conventional housing, from property, and from the societal expectations that came with them. His possessions were minimal: a cloak, a staff, and a small wooden bowl for eating and drinking. The story goes that he discarded the bowl after seeing a child drink water from cupped hands, realizing even that small possession was an unnecessary luxury. Diogenes practiced what he preached with unwavering conviction. He begged for food, slept in public, and openly challenged the hypocrisy and superficiality he saw all around him. His life was a living, breathing philosophical experiment. One of his most enduring anecdotes involves Alexander the Great, the most powerful man in the world. Intrigued by Diogenes' reputation, sought him out. He found the philosopher basking in the sun. Alexander, standing over him, offered to grant Diogenes any wish. Diogenes famously replied, "Stand out of my sunlight." This moment perfectly encapsulated his philosophy. True wealth wasn't power or possessions, but undisturbed inner peace and freedom. Another famous story sees Diogenes walking through the marketplace in broad daylight, carrying a lit lamp. When asked what he was doing, he replied, "I am looking for an honest man." It was a searing indictment of the moral decay he perceived in society. His actions were often shocking, deliberately designed to provoke thought and expose societal absurdities. He would eat in the marketplace, a practice considered impolite, explaining, "It was in the marketplace that I felt hungry." He challenged the very definition of civilized. To Diogenes, true civilization wasn't about grand buildings or elaborate customs, but about living simply, rationally, and in harmony with one's true nature, unburdened by artificial wants. Diogenes' radical self-sufficiency wasn't about deprivation for its own sake. It was a path to freedom. By minimizing his needs, he minimized his dependence on others and on the fickle fortunes of the external world. He was, in essence, uncancelable. Consider the modern parallels. We are constantly told what we need: the latest phone, a bigger house, exotic vacations. Diogenes would argue these are chains, not liberation. Each new acquisition often brings new anxieties: how to protect it, maintain it, or afford the next one. His life offers a stark counter-narrative to consumerism. What if true wealth isn't having more, but wanting less? What if freedom comes from disentangling ourselves from the endless pursuit of external validation and material possessions? Diogenes reminds us that much of our suffering comes from our desires. We desire things, people, and circumstances to be different from what they are. This constant craving creates an internal restlessness that wealth rarely calms. His philosophy, at its core, is an exercise in discerning true needs from artificial wants. Do we truly need that expensive car, or do we simply want the status it confers? Do we need constant entertainment, or are we avoiding discomfort? This isn't to say we should all move into jars. The practical application lies in cultivating an inner Diogenes. It means periodically questioning our desires, reducing our attachments, and finding contentment in simplicity. It means building resilience by understanding that our happiness doesn't have to be contingent on external circumstances. If we can find peace with less, we are better equipped to handle life's inevitable setbacks. Diogenes died around 323 BC in Corinth, though accounts of his death vary. Some say he died from eating raw octopus, others from a dog bite, or simply from old age. Regardless, his influence continued to ripple through philosophical thought. His legacy is a powerful challenge to conventional wisdom. He forces us to ask, what are we truly pursuing? Is it genuine freedom and inner peace, or an endless cycle of acquiring and desiring, driven by external pressures? In a world that constantly bombards us with messages of more, Diogenes offers a radical alternative: the profound wealth found in less. He invites us to reconsider our relationship with possessions, status, and what it truly means to live a rich life. His life wasn't about being comfortable, it was about being free. And perhaps a touch of that ancient cynicism is precisely what many of us need to navigate the complexities of modern existence. Explore the surprising wisdom of another ancient figure in our next video.